Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Anthony Vijay. Today we are going to see about input and output statements in C programming. So I just going to explain this concept through CodeBlocks IDE. When I talk about input and output statements, usually this type of statements are available in the header file hash include stdio.h, stdio.h. So std means standard, IO means input and output statement. So in this header file, we are having a lot of predefined functions for input and output statements. So under that, in this session, we will going to see about four important different representation of input and output statements. So first, I will explain printf and scanf. So after this header file, we have to mention void main. Here I am going to add two numbers. For that I am declaring three variables a comma b comma c. Okay. So I am using printf statement right now. So when I talk about printf and scanf statements, this is a common input and output statement because these statements accept all type of data, either integer or float or character or double. So that is why it is called as common input and output statement. So that is why most of the program will be having these statements. So here I am typing like enter the values of a and b and end with semicolon, and using scanf I am giving value for a and b. So this is integer, so I am using %d. So two values we have to give, so two times I have to mention %d here. Then after that we have to mention comma. So this is scanf, and you have to mention ampersand a, then comma, ampersand b, and finally end with the semicolon. So this is the way we have giving value to the computer. Now using the variable c, I am going to add those values a and b. Finally I am going to print the value. Okay. So the result of c is equal to, so we are getting integer only, so I am using %d comma c. C is having the result I am mentioning here, then finally end with the semicolon. Now I running the code. Okay, so now whatever we are mentioning in the printf statement, it is showing here enter the values of a and b. Now the computer is expecting input from us, so we have to give two values for a and b. So I am giving 50 and 60 for a and b. So after that it will calculate addition of two numbers. So the result of c is 110. So this is what printf and scanf. So this is the general addition operation using integer. So I already told you this is a common input and output statement. So using this input and output statement, we can apply for different data types also. For example, if I mention for float, okay, float, it is possible. So for that purpose, we have to change the %d into %f. So that's all, small changes only. Okay, and at the same time for the c also you have to change %f. Okay, same thing. So I am again build and run the code. Now here I am going to give some decimal values because float is having decimal. Decimal means like point values. So I am giving like 45.7 for A, and for B I am giving 67.2. So we are getting some numbers like 112 points of numbers. This is what the some decimal values. So the same printf and scanf can be applicable for integer and float, and at the same time character, double and string, all the type of data it can represent. So that is why it's a common representation of input and output statements. Okay, so next type of representation is get character. So let me see it. Okay, so let me see how to do that. Okay, so here how to use get character and put character now. So here I am going to declare a variable character a. So after that I am using A equal to get char of. Using this predefined function, we can give input, okay, as a character. Only one letter we can give, so that value will be stored into A. Okay. After that, we are printing. For printing purpose, we are using putchar of A, semicolon. Now I run the code. So now we can give value for A. I am giving only one character, okay. So here I am giving F, okay. The result will be F. This is what get character. So for get character, you are supposed to use only one character at a time. This is what get character. And the third representation is get C, okay. When I talk about get C, we have to include parameters for that. So here we need to change small thing. So here instead of get character, we can use get C. So get char and get C having the same procedure. It means get char also it will get the character, and get C also it will get the character, but small changes. In get character it will not take any parameters, but in get C it will take one parameter, that is std in input, okay, standard input. And for put character also, so for put character, put C we have to use, okay, get C, put C, get char, put char, okay. If you use get C, you have to use put C. If you use get char, you have to mention put char. So here I am mentioning get C, so I am using put C here. So I supposed to use A comma std out, two parameters we have to mention, okay. So this is the way. So before that, I am mentioning something like some printf statement. Printf, enter the character, okay. So end with semicolon. So after this get C, I am giving one more printf statement. The character entered is semicolon. Here we have to use A equal to, okay. So now once again I build the code and run the code. Now I enter the character F. So the character entered is F. So this is the result of get C, okay. So keep in mind, so while using get C and put C, so we have to use A equal to whatever variable we are giving A. So you have to mention A equal to get C of standard input, and for put C you have to mention two parameters, A comma standard output, then only we will get the answer like this. So this is what the third representation. The last representation we are going to use as get S and put S. So let me see. So get S and put S is mainly, it means specifically for string. Get C, get char is specifically for character. So get S is mainly for string. So now we are using string variable. For that purpose I am using character array having a size of 100, okay. So here I am changing the content as enter the string, okay. So here I don't want A equal to like this, okay. So I just replace get C with the get S, so okay. So I can directly use A here, okay. No need to mention standard input here, directly get A, and here string entered is, and here also we have to mention put S, okay, put S, that's all. So get S within a bracket you have to mention the variable name A, and put S same A you have to represent, that's all. So now we will build and run the code. Same, okay. So it is showing enter the string. Now we are going to give some input. So I am giving my name Anthony Vichai, okay. The string entered is Anthony Vichai. So this is the result we are getting. So keep in mind, So this is the four different way of representation of input and output statements. Okay. Guys, if you are having any queries regarding this input and output statement, please mention in the comment box. I will clarify your doubts, and if you want any topics to explain, just mention in the comment box. I will surely handle in the upcoming sessions. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you very much for watching.